All right, we go back over to Brad Lawler, Home Team Inspection Service. Emily listens to us every week, and she says in this email, she heard us talk about odors coming from the kitchen sink. Yeah, we actually talked about that
Mhm.
recently,
Yeah.
and yeah, but she says she has an odor that you might expect, but unfortunately, she can't find a source. And it's coming from her bathroom, and it's the odor you might think, but doesn't have any clue where it's coming from and why. And she flushes the toilet, she says, so the trap in the toilet is filled. Brad,
Okay.
thoughts? Yeah.
Well, there's a few other things. I mean, yes, any of those traps need to be filled with water. So if you have a bathroom that is not used very often, run the bathtub, run the shower in it. Get those traps refilled. The sinks that are in there, you need to get those filled up. If you have a basement type of bathroom that might have a floor drain in there, put a little water, down that floor drain as well. All of those areas are need to be filled with water in order to cap off any of the gases, the odors that are coming up out of the sewers. And it's a common smell. It does happen, and usually dry traps is the culprit in those
What if
cases.
it's not a dry trap? Because the impression I got from the email was she's done all this stuff, but
Mhm.
it's still, the odor still persists.
So beyond that, there's just not a lot of other places that you're going to have the odors come in from. I've seen very few instances of sinks that have the overflow uh, hole in them. You'll get those, and I've seen just a couple of times where those areas just haven't had any water through them at all, and for whatever reason, the way that the sink is set up is that it will, create a pocket that does get stinky there. Beyond that, yeah, usually the bathtubs are the ones that
Hmm.
people just don't think about. It's just a couple people live in the house. It's just a bathroom that's not used that often, and yeah, the toilets are flush, but it's the tubs, it's the sinks in those rooms that aren't. Beyond that, yeah, I don't know if there's a whole lot of other things unless they've got, say a dead mouse that has died in a wall somewhere that that's a different kind of smell, but that's a smell that only lasts for about 3 or 4 days and then disappears as the mouse dries up. But that's
Hmm.
another smell that we're picking up these days.
No kidding. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you on that. A reminder, you can see a rebroadcast of this show, actually see it, not only hear it, LouisvilleAnswers.com. That's LouisvilleAnswers.com. And a reminder as well that you can see what sellers say about our Sokoler team by going to LouisvilleSellersTalk.com. That's LouisvilleSellersTalk.com.